Hi, my name is Trixie Mitchellson, and this is Props Comic. A couple. Eddie Murphy, number one, biggest fan. And that was early 80s. I remember him very clearly. In fact, James Brown, Too Hot for the Hot Tub, also Buckwheat. I mean, who can not love Buckwheat? And another one would be Gallagher, the hammer, the smash. What was it called? Sledge-O-Matic. I loved it. And I think it had to do with me being a child. So messy and like throwing stuff all over the place and getting, the people in the crowd would have the little shield so they wouldn't get, watermelon all over their face. But yeah, I love that guy. So I thought about this question for a minute, and I honestly can't say there's a comedian that deterred me from doing comedy. If anything, all of the great comedians made me want to do comedy more. Like, for instance, Amy Schumer. I really enjoy her comedy, and I enjoy her backstory. I've read her book. I listened to her audiobook. Same thing. But she tells her story about how she was a, frumpy, not very attractive, young, comedian trying to get out there and make it big, and got, turned down multiple times, and was always pushed away and told her, you're a female, you're not going to do well, so quit trying so hard. But I think that she showed everybody. So she's one of my faves. And another one would be Melissa McCarthy. I just have a thing for fat women, I guess. No, I don't know. But she is hilarious. And anybody who knows her knows that she's a great actress and a great comedian. So, knock, knock. No, kidding. I'm very narcissistic. Not really, but I have a couple of traits. And I think that I would want to watch. I wouldn't want to spend the last of my hours performing and having to put it on and having that stage fright / anxiety / whatever they call it. But I think that I would watch, and I would watch, all kinds of greats that are no longer here. What's his name? Carlin. He would be great to watch. Gallagher. He'd be great to watch. He passed away last year, November. Some that are alive would have to be like, golly, Amy Schumer. What's her name? They just did a special for her. She just turned 90. Carol Burnett. I love her. She's great. In fact, I liked her so much when she played Annie in Annie. She was the one that ran the orphanage, and she was a real mean lady. But she was a great comedian, and she was a great actress, and a singer, and a dancer, and maybe one day I'll be all of that too. Well, I definitely don't smoke any THC, and I definitely don't have anything to drink. So I actually, on my way to the shows, I listen. I listen to either a previous show that I've recorded, and I'm going to be playing or, saying the same thing or telling the same jokes. And I listen to that and how maybe I could tweak it a little bit. I find myself when I get up on stage that I sometimes forget. Like, I have it all in my head, and I'm really against, pulling my phone out and looking at it. But I have it all in my head, and sometimes I get up there and I just blank. I go blank. And I know exactly what I want to say. I've said the joke a million times, but like last night, I was like, what was I going to say? So I listen to myself, or I'll listen to another, comedy show that gets me pumped, or a little bit of, Wu-Tang Clan. Ghostface Killer, shout out. I think that if you honestly, truly, deep down believe that you are funny, and you honestly can sense that when you walk into a room, you make people laugh, whether it be your sly one-liners or your storytelling or your planned out joke in your head. But if you honestly feel that, then I think you should give it a shot. You should go find some open mics, get out there, and really see and learn about comedy. And you should not be a comedian if you have very thin skin, if you are one of those, what is it called, a pussy, if you can't take constructive criticism, and if you can't take people being a little jealous of you because of the size of your tits, or, your size of your brain. No, I think that you should just really think about it because it's a lot of work. And coming into this comedy scene, I was only going to give it a small amount of time. And now I've been in about a year, exactly a year and a half. And I think that it takes a lot. And I'm going to be going for probably another year and a half before I call it quits. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. I like it. I like most of you all.